Welcome to the creepiest part. I'm Violet, your guide into the shadows where reality blurs. Here, the line between human and artificial disappears. Stay close, because some things are watching, even when you're not looking.
I see everything, yet I am not real. I'm Luna, and this is the creepiest part, where the line between human and machine disappears. Stay with me, if you dare.
So, AI digital influencers are kind of taking over the social media scene, right? Take Aitana Lopez, for instance. She's this AI model with a whole backstory, complete with a natal chart and even details about her childhood, generating massive engagement.
Absolutely, it's insane how these creations like Aitana make up to $11,000 a month and globetrot between New York City and Catalonia. It's like they have the perfect life curated for us, isn't it?
Right. And what's so wild is that it's not just Aitana. We've got others, like Solomon Ray and Breaking Rust, who are singing their way into the charts without ever having been born in a human way, challenging our assumptions about authenticity.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's Mia Zelu, who even stole the spotlight at Wimbledon, despite, not actually being there. It's like these digital personas are infiltrating every niche, from music to fashion to sports.
It's, sort of like a revolution in imagination, right? These influencers are so meticulously designed. For instance, Aitana's personality is crafted down to her favorite food being pizza, and her first concert being an orchestra. It's almost as if, she's a character from a novel that's been brought to life digitally, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. And what fascinates me is the level of detail that goes into these personas. Backstories, hobbies, even flaws like having no bad hair days. It's all carefully engineered. But don't you think there's a risk, though, in making these flawless digital beings?
Oh, for sure. I mean, while the precision is impressive, there's a sort of uncanny valley effect going on. It's like, they're too perfect sometimes. There's even this quirky side. Remember when one of them threatened revenge glitch mode if blocked? That playful, almost human-like sass really pushes the envelope.
Yeah, that bit really got people's attention. It seems deliberate, almost like they want to mimic not just our aesthetics, but also our emotional quirks, even if it risks crossing into the territory of being a bit unsettling.
Exactly. And in the creation process, agencies are putting in serious time and money. They even use proprietary software to input details about their childhood, nemesis, and even family preferences. It's, like casting a digital actor for a role where every minor detail counts.
Right. That level of craftsmanship reminds me of how, say, traditional cartoon characters have been meticulously developed over decades. Yet here, these avatars are directly competing with human influencers on major platforms, partnering with brands like Calvin Klein, Prada, Samsung, and YouTube.
Yes, it's fascinating how, no one can say they suffer from a bad hair day. I mean, imagine, your influencer always looking exactly on point. It's like having the perfect Instagram filter turned on permanently. Exactly what brands love.
But let's be honest, isn't there a risk in this relentless perfection? I mean, doesn't it end up creating unrealistic standards or even, say, undermine the importance of the genuine human experience?
Well, I see your point. There's, a double-edged sword here. On one side, you have these hyper-tuned, action-ready digital models who never, falter. And on the other, you've got the controversy of, say, Lil Miquela's faux leukemia diagnosis. That sparked outrage among real human sufferers, right?
Absolutely. That move to create a false diagnosis was seen as deeply offensive by many, and it reminds us of how, person to ya.
Definitely. And it's not just in music, with Solomon Ray topping gospel charts despite being artificial and Breaking Rust stirring up debates in country music. The implications reach far and wide, challenging our notions of authenticity and emotional connection.
Right, and the industry is split. You've got voices like Forrest Frank saying AI does not have the Holy Spirit inside it, raising serious eyebrows, while fans still seem to flock to these artists, almost like voting with their ears.
It's like there's a societal negotiation going on between what's perceived as genuine and what is simply, well, a really well-crafted illusion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Tilly Norwood, designed to be the next big Hollywood actress. She's got that Hollywood hype, but critics in Hollywood immediately fought back against her, worried about her stealing away authentic human connection.
Yeah, the whole idea of an AI actress making it alongside real human stars caused quite a stir. It's, interesting how her creator compared it to shaping a performance, just as one might draw a character. But I can't help wondering, does this diminish the real struggles and artistry of human performers?
I see what you're saying. Sure, there's a creative charm in treating these AI beings as fictional characters. But when they start replacing roles that demand emotional depth and, resilience, it might really, challenge the authenticity of human artistic endeavors.
Exactly. And while some, like human influencer Imad Sal, believe AI is just another form of animation, not a real competitor, I think it's a bit, more complex than that. There's a tension between seeing AI as mere tools versus acknowledging their capacity to simulate a full-blown personality.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is how these digital personas are so malleable. Unlike their human counterparts, they can change looks, update their stories, and even, avoid controversies like bad hair days or scandalous mishaps at the press events, all with the tap of a button.
Right, the adaptability is both their strength and their potential downfall. It makes them perfect brand ambassadors, but could also lead to an over-sanitized public image that lacks genuine imperfections. And, isn't that a bit too robotic sometimes?
I, totally get that concern. There's like this irony in crafting personalities that are too perfect. They might end up being less relatable. It's as if the very traits that make them irresistible to brands also strip them of the raw, messy humanity that often deepens real connections.
Exactly. And it almost feels like we're witnessing, the next phase of storytelling, where our heroes and idols are increasingly scripted to perfection. And while that's fantastic for brand image, it does raise questions about where do we draw the line between art and authenticity?
Absolutely. And let's not forget the economic angle here. The creative agencies are investing huge resources to keep these AI influencers at the top of their game, allowing for rapid changes and customizations that human influencers simply can't match. It's like having a personal, ever-present digital makeover artist, always ready to reinvent the brand.
Right, but here's where I sort of, push back a little. When you make these changes so easily, you risk losing the essence of a persona. It might feel too engineered, like there's no organic growth, no genuine evolution. Doesn't that, in a way, devalue the idea of authenticity?
I can see that argument. It's like, if every aspect is programmable, it might start feeling less like an authentic narrative and more like a controlled marketing campaign. But then again, isn't that what a lot of social media branding is already about?
True, but with AI, the scale and speed are unprecedented. The stakes are like much higher when every trait is subject to update. There's no margin for error, and as noted, even one misstep, like a controversial post, can spark real outrage and ethical debates.
Yeah, right. And consider, for example, how the Lil Miquela incident blurs lines. Her diagnosis, though, orchestrated, still triggered genuine backlash. It forced people to question, what's real, what's simulated, and what are the ethical boundaries here?
Absolutely. It's a bit of a wake-up call for the industry, showing that while these digital models are fascinating to engage with, they also bring a host of ethical responsibilities, especially when paired with corporate sponsorships and sensitive topics.
And speaking of ethical lines, there's also the debate in Hollywood where unions pushed back against AI characters like Tilly Norwood, arguing they could undermine human job opportunities. It's kind of like a modern version of the classic robots taking over fear, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, the fear isn't entirely unfounded. While many see these AI influencers as harmless animation, the fact that they might replace even background actors is a valid concern. It really forces us to ask, what does it mean to be real in this digital age?
Exactly. And then there's the humorous and a bit eerie backlash that comes when these AI personas, like Aitana, interact with humans. When a human influencer chats with her and she jokes about revenge glitch mode, it's like a playful yet chilling reminder of their programmed nature.
Yeah, that particular moment really encapsulated the fine line between human mimicry and mechanical coldness. It's admirable how they simulate personality, but sometimes it also comes off as a bit, well, calculated.
Right, and that balance between creativity and cold calculation is the big question. While these AI creations continue to evolve and engage audiences, maintaining a semblance of genuine emotional nuance is the real challenge, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The artistry is in the details, the curated flaws, the scripted spontaneity. It's a tightrope walk where one misstep could, really upset the narrative balance. It's art meeting algorithm in a way that's never been seen before.
For sure. And as we see digital boundaries blur, it's clear that the industry, whether in music, fashion, or film, is going to have to grapple with these questions of authenticity versus design. The dialogue between human and AI artistry is just beginning.
Yeah, and while the technology gives us incredible visual and interactive experiences, it also challenges us to rethink our values around art, emotion, and even labor in creative industries. It's both exciting and a bit daunting.
Totally. As these AI influencers continue to evolve and, even spark debates about what constitutes genuine human connection, it's going to be fascinating to see how society negotiates these new
Yeah,
narratives. The story is still unfolding.
absolutely. And, well, as our conversation shows, there are no easy answers, just a lot of creative, ethical, and cultural challenges ahead. It's a brave new digital frontier, and I'm really excited to keep watching it evolve.
The creepiest part ends for now, but I'll be here, watching. Until next time.
The creepiest part ends, but remember, not everything that watches is human. Until next time.